what is the last quarterback piece of the puzzle to be fit in the next week and a half before rosters are solidified, Albert?
Well, I guess I'm assuming you're referencing Jimmy Garoppolo, right?
And then, or whatever might be cooking up in Seattle and things of that nature, right? I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the Niners fear in letting go of Jimmy Garoppolo now, and I don't think they're going to pay him, $24.2 million for this year to be the backup, because he'd be the backup there, obviously. So like the question is, can they find a trade partner before they have to cut him? They'd have to cut him before the day before the season starts. So that's Saturday before the opener, to prevent the money from vesting and becoming fully guaranteed. So. Really, like the Niners' fear in letting him go before now was, well, if you let him go, then someone tears their ACL the next day with another team, or someone's quarterback situation goes awry. Like, God, are you going to look dumb for doing that when you could have gotten something for him? I think we've sort of seen that come to life, although it hasn't really worked out for the Niners. And it sounds weird saying that, but like the Zach Wilson situation, I think was a good illustration of it. I think the question now becomes when the Niners, are going to say, okay, let's do right by Jimmy. Let's give him a chance to go find work somewhere else, because it's clear that we can't, find another home for him. And so I think the places that would make sense for him are the obvious ones. Like if the Texans, for some reason, didn't feel like Davis Mills could do it, and I think they are all in on Davis Mills for this year. Obviously, there's the connection there with Nick Caserio. Cleveland, I think it's something they'd consider if Jimmy Garoppolo were willing to take a lot less money to go there, and maybe he will, as a placeholder for 11 games, or at least to compete with Jacoby Brissett to play. So that'd be one. He's got some background in the offense too, because, that offense, Kevin Stefanski's offense, is modeled after the Shanahan offense. And then the obvious one, I think, that would require him being cut, because I don't think the Niners would trade him there, is Seattle. And so Seattle's the one. You mentioned them. Obviously they haven't seen it. They haven't gotten, I think, to see Drew Lock in the context, like that sort of varsity action from him. And so maybe we'll get to see Drew Lock play at least a little bit with the starters this weekend, and they can make a decision on that. But I think, obviously Jimmy Garoppolo's situation is complicated by the money. First of all, that there's that $24.2 million on the ledger. And then, obviously also complicated by the fact that maybe the top suitor is one that the Niners would rather not trade him to.